hello everyone. Welcome, welcome. We've got Alec, Master Max, Ben, Gigi, we've got Cedric the Imperishable, Samuel. Welcome everyone. Gonna be getting started with some King of the Hill action in just a minute here. And yeah, we'll see how this goes here. I am very interested to hang out with you all today. I've got a nice little treat in just a second. Alright. What's up, Yosef? We got the whole gang here. I did not, Ben. I actually did not get the chance to see that, but definitely will have to check that video out. I don't watch all of Turn's videos, but when one, you know, strikes my fancy, I'll watch it, but I haven't got around to that one yet. Definitely gotta take a look. What's up, Shane? You did indeed catch me live. Alright, so who's ready? I doubt it. I doubt it, Master Max. Okay, so it is time. Yes, indeed. We're going to be first playing Greenskins against the Tomb Kings. And yeah. Yep. So I'm just going to leave this music playing while we do our army selections here. And yeah, we'll be getting started in just a minute. Let's see. Grab a bit of this guy. And that. And let's see here. Get some of this action going here. Let's see. Whoops. Totally forgot to turn my phone off. What's up, guys? Hello. Let's make sure that's turned off. Alright. We got Aristo in the house. We shall see. We shall see. Looks like my opponent's ready to get started here, so just about there. Oh, geez. I thought I turned you off. There we go. I think it's fully off now. Okay, let's grab these boys. These lads. And then, yeah, we'll throw some chevs down on these guys. Almost there. Whoops. Okay. Alright, let's get this thing rolling. Yep. Are you guys ready? You ready? Are you ready for a face reveal right now? Because guess who got a webcam? Yep, now you guys have to look at my ugly mug when you're watching the live streams. I know, right? But hello everyone, this is what I look like in real life in case you were curious. So yeah, we're gonna be doing it live style this time. bunch of different people gave me Amazon gift cards for Christmas, so I figured, hey, why not invest in a webcam for the channel? Figures you guys would want to know what I look like, so let's go ahead and cut the music out here. Alright, and we're going to be getting started with a bit of Grimgore action right off the bat here. Bit of fun. And, you know, we've got lots of gobos here, so let's make this as fun as possible and just go all in on the Vanguard. How about that? Is this enough for you guys? Is this an appropriate level of Vanguard? We'll pull the Skulkers back just a little bit. We'll spread these guys out also as well. Thanks. Oh, that's a better reaction than I expected, guys. You guys are making me feel good. Alright, and we'll go over here. Let's get these guys over here. More hair than I imagined. What, you expect me to be bald like Sparty? Let me know how the webcam looks, guys, by the way. I just got the settings all set up, so, you know, if it's too washed out, if it's too red, I don't know. It's kind of hard for me to tell, but yeah, I'm going to probably eventually get a green screen, but for now, you guys will just have to enjoy the Normandy flag in the background, and I'll probably get some other background stuff set up for next time, but yeah, let's do a bit of this. Alright, let's do this. Oh boy, here we go. Just right on. Get these guys going in here, get you guys pile in, you guys also pile in, pile in. Okay, you guys pull back this way. You can come over here. Okay, it's hard to tell how this is going a little bit here, but let's get some fanatics. Oh, come on. Disengage. Let's come over here. Let's come over here. Just about got another one of these guys up, so let's pop that again. My micro is suffering here a little bit. Got some guys regrouping over here. Let's get you back in there. You back in there. Focus fire on Cetra. You guys pulling back. Shank the Necrotect, that's fine. Man, he is just pushing through super hard to the archers, huh? I think we've almost got Cetra down, though. Let's stay focused there. You guys can focus fire here. We'll get these guys coming over here. I have no idea how my face looks when I'm playing, by the way, so hopefully it's not too embarrassing. Oh, good. We got a Shabti in the back line. Let's get you throwing another one of those bad boys right there. Okay, everyone. Okay, let's finish off Cetra. Come on, come on. Let's do this. This big old nasty blob here. Where is Grimgor? Is he just stuck in there somewhere? That's relatively appropriate. Focus fire on Cetra. Okay. That was a little bit of a miss, but that's okay. Grimgor is holding down the blob quite nicely. Let's throw some more fanatics in there. Focus on Cetra. You guys disengage. You can re-engage. Let's get another timing push. Another one there. You guys also re-engage. Oh, we got him down. Alright. Now Grimgor is just in a little bit of trouble here. Start focus firing there. Let's get you guys running in also. Get a little bit more Winds of Magic there. Try and re-secure a little bit here. See if we can't disengage Grimgor there. This is actually not going absolutely awfully. This is yeah, it's a little bit haphazard, but we're getting somewhere. Okay, let's re-engage Grimgor here. Push these guys through here. Oh, missed a smoke bomb. That's okay. Just grind through the rest of the infantry here. Man, those Warlords boys just soloed that Tomb Scorpion out there in the distance. I didn't have to do anything. That was awesome. Okay, let's get these guys going here. Just keep firing there. Grimgor is doing fine. Let's kill that guy. Just keep cross-firing that Tomb Scorpion. Almost got enough for another zap. Oh, they got terrified before I got the smoke bomb. That's super frustrating. Oh, well. We're not out of the woods yet. If we can start getting rid of those Tomb Scorpions, it'll certainly help. There we go. Get a little bit of a timing push there. Oh no, you guys stay there. Collapse those Tomb Guard. I think we got it. It's hard to call it this early, but yeah, what's up, guys? Oh, nope. Let's not get too crazy there, lad. Maybe if I can get those Tomb Scorpions to crumble. There we go. Now we're pushing towards army losses. Oh, run, buddy. Oh, I probably shouldn't have popped that. Oh well. He's fine. He's gonna be fine. He'll be fine, guys. He'll be fine. Woohoo! That was quite the battle. I might have to cast that one separately. Whew, my hands are sweating. What's up, guys? Welcome everyone to the stream. What's up, what's up? Webcam's okay? Good to hear it. Friendly, this face, and less pedantic. Did you expect me to be a little bit more trollish looking somehow, I guess? I don't know. My side monitor is like way off to the right here, so I apologize when I'm talking to you guys. It's going to be looking like I'm looking way off to the right, but I'm working on some solutions to hopefully fix that. If I can get a wall mount to put my main monitor on the wall right there, then I just ordered, also with the webcam, I have like a side arm mount that's going to come up, like, so I can have it like right here or maybe right here, so it's a little bit closer. Not quite so far, but anyway, very well played to my opponent. That battle, holy cow, man, that was that was just wild, all-out fun. Oh man, Grimgor there just wrecking on Cetra. The missiles in Grimgor really doing a number on Cetra, I think, was one of the big keys there. Also, Skulkers in certain situations with Chevrons can do really, really well here. 169 on these guys, 108 here for the Warlords boys. Those Fanatics casts on that big blob got quite a bit of kills, I suspect. Yeah, the Squig Hoppers being immune to psychology helps so much in this situation, so... in between air and Turin. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so who's up next on the list here? I believe it's A-Move Hacker. So A-Move, if you wanna jump in here, I'll shoot you a message on Discord also. People are talking to me on other Discord things. Yep. Oh, that was fun. Man, those all Gobbo Vanguard builds, it's like, man, you just gotta be ready right away, you know? I don't know. I guess I'm a little impatient. I like to get right to the fun, but... Whew. I look like the Gobbo King with hair. Yeah, that rush build, I mean, Kotep Denial of the Wa, I don't know, you would have had to cast something within like 3 seconds of the battle starting to deny the initial Wa, because that's the whole idea with that build, is I start basically within range to pop Wa immediately and just run in and charge, so yeah, that's kind of the idea there, but... What's up, Anna? Welcome. Good to see you enjoying the stream. A-Move, I don't know if he's AFK. Is he coming? Oh, yep, he's coming. 5 minutes. Sure, no problem. We can hang out. Y'all can admire my beautiful face. We just finished a battle, actually, and you'll have to go back and watch it. I'm probably going to cast it separately because that battle was very epic. It was just all-out memes and, you know, Grimgor fighting Cetra, but yeah. Almost as handsome as Professor Poe. Not quite. I mean, it's pretty hard to compete with that guy, let's be honest. But, yep. Empire banner, it is actually the provincial flag of Normandy, if I'm remembering correctly. At least that's where I got it, and that's what the shopkeeper told me. So hopefully he wasn't just selling me a load of garbage, but... Sure, we could say it's an Empire banner. Why not? I guess Breton. It would be more of a Bretonian banner if it's in France, right? But right, who hasn't considered running away with Pone? Let's be honest. Professor Pone is a beautiful human being. Cool. Glad I got it right. Awesome. Yeah. Yep. So, yeah, just in terms of the battle here, like I said, this all Gobbo Vanguard things works pretty well. I guess we can kind of go through some theory crafting while we're waiting for A-Move. This leadership core is relatively cheap too. Grimgor, for how much damage he can do, he's relatively cheap. I mean, obviously his limited mobility is a big problem. But just in general, you know, with a nice wide army, you can generally get away with going with a nice, less mobile lord, just because you have a lot of ability to respond with other units. The other nice thing about Grimgor is because he's relatively tanky compared to a lot of the other Greenskins leadership units, you can stand and fight for a while and get some really good recharge on your Wa, because you have to be in melee, whereas, like, for example, your Goblin Great Shaman, who I also like to run, a lot cheaper, but obviously he's not going to stick in melee at all. You can now do quite a bit of damage with Vindictive Glare, so oftentimes I'll run him with just Vindictive Glare. Sometimes I'll do Gork'll Fix It if I'm against a heavy Cav faction and I want to debuff their speed and charge bonus and so on. Itchy Nuisance is another decent one to take, or Sneaky Stabbin', but definitely Vindictive Glare. Sometimes I'll take Curse the Bad Moon as well, but with just Vindictive Glare, he gets really cheap, and at that you could bring an even wider army. So, and obviously you guys have probably seen some of my All Gobbo Vanguard builds. It looks something like this. You could just add in, you know, one of these guys and maybe a 5th Night Goblin here. Toss in some chevrons, and we could also even juice the Squig Hoppers with a bit of chevrons now that we have some extra funds. And one thing to note about chevrons as well, while we're waiting, if you guys notice the stats right here, on the initial one, both melee attack and defense go up. On the second one, only melee defense goes up, so it's actually more beneficial to always chevron your guys up to odd numbers, interestingly enough. I know I actually didn't do that here, but it's you'll get slightly more value from chevroning up to odd numbers than you will from even numbers. But just in general, if you didn't have any chevrons here at all, you see we still have about 1,200 points left, that all said and done, with the units that are left over here. And goblins especially, because they have more unit models, the scaling for their melee attack and defense, and especially their leadership from chevrons, just really benefits them in a lot of ways. So doing something like, you know, this will definitely be very helpful. The archers, you know, beefing up their stats won't be obviously as helpful in melee. Actually, their combat stats aren't terrible for an archer unit, but their leadership is just so poor. Yep. Thanks. Appreciate it. I actually, for those of you who don't know, I had, like, Jesus long hair. Like, it was literally, like long hair a few months ago, and I was so sick of dealing with it, so I decided to cut it. So if I find a good picture of myself still with long hair, I will, yeah, I'll post it on Twitter if you guys are curious to see that. But yeah, most of the time that works. Yep. With Sotek snorting in the shadows. Oh man. Yeah, you could throw down, that's a good point, you could throw down a big old Itchy Nuisance on that initial front line so that when you have the wall layering with the initial surprise as well, a lot of the time your opponent's not even going to get their charges off, so you can negate their charge bonus a lot of the time in that way as well, so. Yeah, I disabled all notifications of any kind on Discord, so. Hey, thanks, Dragos, appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know if let's see. Let me see. I think I might be hidden on Steam. Let me actually check here real quick. It would help. Yeah, it would help a move find a lobby if I was actually online. Oh man. I don't know, Mark Reeves. I kind of prefer the gameplay of Total War, as opposed to like a traditional RTS. Total War is almost like a genre unto itself, right? Like it's that combination of turn-based and RTS where there's not really the base building while you're fighting the battles. Instead, you just have your armies, you know, fighting in pitched battles and everything. So, let's do MP Crossroads. What should I play, guys? What should I play? You guys let me know what you want to see in the chat. I'll wait a second. Norska? Alright. Wicked came in first with Norska, so that's going to be it. So let's get this in here. Play Chaos with 8 chariots. Sorry guys, Wicked got there first. He was quick on the draw there. So, yep. Wood Elves? No, I'm sorry. I don't like this matchup at all for the Wood Elves. It's winnable, but I don't like the things that you're forced to do. So yeah, let's go ahead and put that up there. And I'll start picking my army here. Da, 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 da. Okay. I hope this works. It should. Oh man, those guys don't even have Vanguard. What kind of shenanigans is that? Yeah. Sure. Sure. Can put Demi G up there. Demi G. Cool. So, my super awesome extra advanced list over here. Okay, just about ready. What else do I want to take? I guess I'm literally 1 gold short. Okay. Okay, let's rethink everything because that's extremely painful. Okay. That fixed the problem, and now we can do this. Cool. And there we go. Let's have some fun. Yeah, I just put you up there. Play without hands. I could just smash my face into the keyboard. You know what we could do is I could play vampire counts and just smash my face into the keyboard, and that would probably work, right? I mean, vampire's OP, right? So oh, thanks, Adam. Appreciate it. I know it's always kind of interesting to see, like, when you have watched a YouTuber or a streamer for a long time. It's interesting to see the voice that you have in your head and like the picture of the person that you kind of form in your head, and then to see that person. Sometimes it doesn't match up at all. Sometimes it does match up. Sometimes it doesn't match up, but in a good way, right? Like, yeah. Smashing your head in the keyboard required too much tactics. Do the pizza challenge. You have to use one hand to eat slices of pizza. You know, Aristo, you say that. I was actually at one point thinking of doing a top 5 list of games to play while eating pizza. Like, seriously. Like I could think of at least 5 games that are really fun to play while eating a slice of pizza, for sure. Cold War, maybe. If you're doing campaigns, certainly, then you can play with one hand, no problem. But in a heated battle, could potentially be a little bit tough. This is not going to work, by the way, for those of you who are curious. I always try these really goofy builds against A-Move, thinking that, oh, you know, this has worked against the Dwarfs in the past for me, it should work here, but A-Move is actually probably one of the better Dwarf players out there. Him along with, I would say, probably Shetland Apache are 2 of the better Dwarf players that I know. And they consistently just wreck my face. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes here. Got the big old mammoth in the middle. How do we want to do these groupings? Let's do it like this. Let's actually get both the chariots in one group, and then we'll get you guys in another. And yeah. Oh, good. Screen blocker. Thanks for reminding me. There we go. Frozen pizza. Yeah, Badger. I actually, my day job is in a restaurant. Like I'm a manager in a restaurant, so I'm on my feet, moving all day. So even though I don't work out, I live a relatively active lifestyle. I also just have a reasonably decent natural metabolism, and you know, just generally am lucky in that way. So yeah. All right, let's do this thing. Alright, let's go play with the miners, with the manticores, and we'll start slowly advancing. Oh, sorry, I meant run, guys. Or, sorry, don't run. Da, 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 da. Let's get these guys just circling the wagons a little bit here. Make sure we're not too far in range. Want to pull these guys apart as much as possible here. Alright, now we can start pulling back in here. Let's get these over here. Alright, Manticores, you've done your thing. Let's get back up in the air. Okay, go after the guns, go after the guns, go after the guns.
Get them! Boy, now!
Oh yeah, that roast right there. Hopefully that does some good damage. Nope, okay. Let's get you guys going here. Collapse, collapse. Did not do as much damage as I was hoping for, but it's all good. I did okay. Wasn't amazing, but... Okay, we got a Manticore bro here. Got a Manticore over there. It's routing, unfortunately. Yeah, I just can't get to all the guns at the same time. Oops. Got my mammoth caught out a little bit there. That wasn't the best. Okay, gotta scratch my nose for a second. Let's go ahead and keep collapsing here. Keep the chariots on the move there. Stay moving, stay moving. Oop, you guys too, stay moving. Almost got a manticore back there. We've got a manticore back over here. Okay.
That's what the master said. The dark god command me.
Hurry! Shame on sorcerer. Winds to me. Into position.
Quickly now. Backing.
Oops. Kind of got Wolfric caught out a little bit. That's fine. Chariots keep on rolling. Oop, these chariots too. You guys gotta stay on the move. Champions, stay and fight the Longbeards. You guys can detach. You guys can detach. Oh, that mammoth. That mammoth, though. Okay, sorry about the lack of commentary, guys. It's a pretty heated engagement right now, if you couldn't tell. Just these dwarves, man. The leadership, their resilient leadership is making it very hard to finish them off here. But let's see if we can't go after what's his bucket over there.
Shame on sorcerer. Hurry!
Retreat! Fuck!
Going now.
Wolfric the Wanderer! Massacre!
Ready to burn. Into position. Bring it to.
Blood! Wolfric the Wanderer!
Alright, we're getting a couple terror routes here. Let's see if we can't keep something going.
A killing cow.
Fall back! Saint by dread! Prepare to ruin! Wolfric the Wanderer! I will! Killer of champions!
Get some good damage on the Slayers there.
You said it.
Kill them! Ready to run! Scalp!
Just got the champions left, it looks like. Yep. Okay. Hold the leadership.
No time wasted.
Waste no time!
The screams.
Massacre! Making my way!
Murder.
Ugh, those guns.
Making my way! Waste no time! Bring out! Moving! I've got it! Onward!
No delay.
Oh, I didn't even get the rear charge. Oops. Oh well.
Chaos Marauders!
It's gonna be all up to the champions at this point. Oh, my shaman. That was not good.
Backing!
It's definitely not good.
Slaughter! With speed! Maneuvering! Onward! Into position!
Oh man, I'm too slow. Let's go.
Faster! Now! Slaughter! Mortal fall! For chaos! Quickly now! Acknowledge!
Okay, let's get a good rear charge there.
The inescapable one! Moving! Into position! Moving! Making my way! Quickly now! Onward! Quickly now! Into position! Maneuvering! Obeying!
Well, let's see. I don't know about this.
Moving!
We shall see.
Position! Killer of champions! My God's call! I hear you! Chaos Marauders! Your will! Hunters men! Tracking! Loading! Very well! Tracking!
Get a nice melee attack buff there. You guys can keep going there.
Maneuvering! Descent down! Doing it!
I think we might have got this. It's entirely possible. Those champions. They really are champions, huh? Oh yeah, there we go. That's the side charge I wanted.
I'll abide! Making my way! Tracking! Consider it done!
Oh yeah, right down the line. Beautiful.
Cut them down! Bring us to carnage! Chaos Marauders! Killer of champions! Quickly now! Orders taken! Making my way! Very well! Orders taken! Moving out! Saint my way! Yes, Lord!
Oh yeah. Woo. Oh man.
Tracking! Moving! I will! With
Okay, we got the Slayers down. Let's go finish off those Thunderers.
moving out! Slaughter! Waste no time! Destroy!
You guys can just chase Routing Dowie. And he's gonna call it there. Another super epic one. Holy cow, that's gonna have to go up on the gen separately as well. Woo! Man, you guys are putting me through the ringer today. Holy cow. Woo! Man, that was a game, huh? Those champions, holy cow. In the late game. 153, 154. That's what's up. 191 on Wolfric, 142 on the Shaman Sorcerer. Yeah, no cannons is an interesting one, but against Norska it does make sense. Norska actually has really good fast movers with Ice Wolves and so on, so it kind of makes sense to me not to bring cannons. But yeah, whew, man. I need a breather after that one. Oh, man. Whew. Now you back out, and Aristo will fight me. That's right, Aristo. You're up next. And I've managed to hold on so far, so... Whew. Wow, that was... That was a battle, huh? That was a battle. Holy cow. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, that build I've used a couple times. The Manticore, the 2 Manticores plus the Mammoth plus the 2 Chariot Lords is just so much to deal with for the Dwarves. There's so many targets. That's why you gotta spread them out and just hit and run as much as possible in the different pockets. Use the Mammoth and the Manticores to kind of force blobs, and then you use the Flamestorm and Wolfric's Wind ability to kind of punish the blobs as they form up, you know, disrupt enemy formations, just kind of force the dwarves to kind of get out of their comfort zone a little bit. But How many on the list? Aristo and then you, Dimmy. So you would be after this next game. So, yep. Yeah, Puggington, I'll throw you on the list for sure. Yeah. And also, somebody just messaged me on Steam, it looks like. Yep. There we go. Woo, buddy. That was fun. That was fun. Thanks, Wicked, for suggesting Norska. That was a that was a good time. Oh man. All right. Also, people are messaging me on Discord as well. We'll put A move back up there. It looks like he wants to go again. So, yep. Probably I'm also going to be streaming some Civ 6 possibly later today. Is that something you guys would want to see? Let me know. I'm totally down to stream some Civ 6. Hey, Protozam, good to see you. Yeah, you like that, Wicked? You like those hot strats right there? Uh-oh, Aristo coming in with the Empire. We better go Althorf Outskirts then. Or maybe Norden. Norden's in the Empire. Let's do that. And then... Who do I want to play as? That's a good question. Let's go with... Who have I not played in a while? You guys have any requests? I guess I'll wait. I can wait for your requests. Wood Elves? I can do Wood Elves, sure, yeah. Yes. Correct, you are Thentox. I am part Brazilian. Wood Elves. Alright, let's do that, and let's switch this. Yeah, Wood Elves against Bretonnia. Vampire Coast against Bretonnia. That is also extremely rough for Bretonnia, but... Belgar, the Brewery Defense Force. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll do that. I can do that next. Sure. Sure. I do need to practice this, though. Oh, man. Okay, let's do this and this and this. Gravity that, and we'll do a bit of this. All right. How am I short? What am I? Did they change something? I am confused. Did I not have that? Probably, no. Oh, that's right. Okay. Decisions. All of the decisions. Let's see. Da-da-da. This just feels so tiny. This army is tiny. That's fine. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. Right, guys? We'll be fine. Right? Actually, let's do this. Okay, I'm ready. Cool, cool. Let's do this. Go ahead and pop over here, and we'll pop this guy back. Alright, so this time we're on the forests of Norden, and we're doing Bretonia versus the Wood Elves. So, should be interesting for an interesting time. There we go. I can English, I promise. Did you guys know that I am also in a band? Actually, I just recently joined, well, recently formed, I should say, with a few of my buddies, a band. Actually, we play, it's kind of hard to describe our genre, but it's like a hybrid of like blues, rock, like a little bit of funk, a little bit of heavy metal influence. Even some hip-hop and like ska/reggae influence, a little bit of punk. It's kind of everything that you could play on a four-piece, you know, standard four-piece band. So yeah. Hey Chico, what's up, man? We probably are terrible. We like to think that we're good, but we honestly are probably awful. But, yeah. Dov plays in a band. Dov plays the bass guitar. Yep. Indeed. Indeed. Maybe I'll throw a little something up on the Twitter for y'all at some point. Let me know if that's something you'd like to see. But in the meantime, we've got more Warhammer, obviously. Come on. Don't do this to me. I know Aristo's connecting from a long way away. It's gonna be okay, though. Maybe. There we go. There we go. We're stabilizing. Okay. So, the way that this works is we gotta form up in a nice pocket, if you will. Something like this. Right? Tree Lad goes in group 1 as always, and then we'll kind of have these guys in this sort of position. Then the Tree Man goes on group 3, and we'll get these guys, let's see, let's get you on the far side.
Eternal God.
This kind of gives you guys a little bit more of an in-depth insight as well into how I sort of run my armies, and controls and everything. So, yeah, control grouping is honestly the biggest thing that will help you improve your micro, at least in my opinion, is using control groups. And, you know, it doesn't exactly have to be my system. In fact, I would say you should create your own system that you feel more comfortable with and that makes sense to you. But the key is just to do it consistently the same way every time so that you can start to develop muscle memory. So basically that you'll always know, you know, no matter who I'm playing, number one is always my lord, right? And so because I have that kind of consistency, it's not like I have to think about, okay, select my lord, okay, hit number one. Like it just, okay, there it is. You know, it's just right there. So yeah. Protozoam. Yes, I did get your donation. Yes, thank you very much. In fact, I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, I don't have a Streamlabs set up still. I just still need to get that going. But yes, I did see it. Thank you very much. It's much appreciated. You're the part of the reason why I can show my face off right now, right? So, yep. Also, one other note before we get started. I don't know how well you guys are going to be able to see this, but my mouse here, let's see. Yeah, I'll show you guys after the battle, but yeah, I was going to show you my mouse, but basically I have like, what, 12 buttons on the side of my mouse that correspond to number groups, so I don't necessarily have to use my keyboard, which is how I can effective up to like 9-10 groups, micro them relatively effectively, but yeah. Cool. Let's do this. This is typically an extremely hard matchup for the Wood Elves, so I am a bit nervous about how this is going to go, but we'll see here. What do we got? We got Lewin up in the air, we got a whole bunch of peasants. This is more or less what I expected here, so let's do a bit of scouting. See if we can get a response here from any heavy cavalry. So far, nothing. Oh, come on, shoot Lewin. Don't worry about shooting the peasants. Shoot Lewin. There we go. And he managed to get a couple models there. Doesn't look like he has much by the way of cav, though, so... No, yep, oh, no, there we go. We got some Grail Knights. I knew it. I knew they were somewhere. Let's move up to the edge there. Can push these guys forward a little bit. These guys can go here. Just in case I forget, let's turn that on here. Try and snipe out that boy. Okay, what do we got over here? We got Knights Errant pushing up and around the flank. Yep. Okay, so we gotta make a move here. Let's go ahead and push everything up like this. Get these guys going here, these guys here. You guys can set an edge there. You guys can set an edge there. Just have you push through. Yep, that's more or less what I expected. Okay, so now push through. You guys can go ahead and do that. You guys can start counter-firing Lewin still. Yep. Okay. Okay, we got heavy cav coming in here. See if we can't stop them up a little bit.
Quickly! Understood!
Aye! Armed and ready! At pace! Shall be done!
Okay, so far so good.
Your orders? Aye! Wildwood Rangers! Vacanos!
Oops, my Death Star's getting a little discombobulated here. That's not good.
Wildwood Rangers!
Your
Okay, we
command!
did manage to get those Knights Errant out. That's good.
Glade
Okay, fire in on the Grail Knights here. Let's make sure nobody can escape.
Children of Ethel Lauren! Ethel Lauren!
Okay, we need you, Tree Lad, to come this way. And we also need you to pile in here as well. Okay,
Your orders!
let's get you guys pushing up here.
Let fly! Dead to all!
Grab that. Don't let him escape.
Eternal Guard! Glade Guard!
Okay. Looking good so far.
We are tireless! To battle! Yes!
Glade Guard! Defenders of Ethel Lauren!
Let's kill the healer.
Eternal Guard! The forest wills it! Glade Guard! Now!
Okay, let's push this way.
Ethel Lauren!
Oh, I totally forgot about my sisters here.
Swiftly now!
That's not the best.
With haste!
Orders! First up!
Okay, let's shoot those knights.
At once! Fire! Eternal Guard! Warriors of Ariel! For Isha! Azrael attack! Orders understood!
Okay, this big horrible blob is just gonna move in. Oh man. Yep. We need to take down those Grail Knights. Yeah. We also need to take this fight in the forest, I think, but unfortunately I do not have range superiority at the moment, so I can't really dictate that too much, but hey. This blob is pretty disgusting. We'll see. I mean, it looks bad right now, but Bretonia doesn't have that much that can actually do very much to the tree man, so I'm not overly worried about it at the moment. I just need more magic is the biggest thing. If we could get this fight to happen in the forest. Let's just go after those archers right there.
Quickly! As you command! Immediately! This instant! As you said! Apace! Quick!
Oh yeah, look at that damage on those Grail Knights. That's so good.
With haste! We are tireless! At speed!
Yep, but all the elves are routing. Unfortunately, it's just the trees at this point. So, yep, I think he's got it.
Faster! Quickly!
I think he's got it. We'll see. I don't know how long my tree men can hold out, but with that Sword of Corone, probably not too much longer. Yeah. Not too happy. My tree men are not too happy right now. Maybe if we can get Lewin down.
Sisters of Thorn! We are tireless! Fire at will! Armed and ready!
Nope. I don't think so.
Hold back!
Yeah. Unfortunately, it just didn't quite have enough in the tank for this one. But this build works reasonably well against a really high level player. This matchup is basically impossible. But yeah, this build I feel like if you fine tune some things could maybe be a little bit better. It's hard to say. But yeah. We'll throw down one more heal just to make things extra long. I don't think the leadership's going to hold up much longer anyway, but yep, that's army losses. Yep, Bretonia is a hard counter to Wood Elves because they can just bring so much cost-effective heavy cavalry, and they also outnumber you significantly in terms of infantry. So, yep. Whew, that was a close one though. I feel like I did decently, all things considered, but yeah, just didn't have enough quite at the end. There's just too many peasants, really, to cut through very quickly. I needed a big damage AoE spell, but at the same time, you know, I have to conserve my magic to heal as much as possible, so it's tough. It's definitely tough. But, yeah, maybe if I'd played a little tighter with those War Dancers and just kept to the pocket, you know, trying to focus down the Grail Knights and Lewin more so than the Knights Errant, because I think I kind of blew too many resources trying to catch the Knights Errant, which, I mean, granted, they can do a lot of damage, but at the end of the day, it's probably not the biggest threat on the field, so, yep. Most of the time, Protozam, it's going to be better to go wide, I would say, in most matchups. There are some exceptions to that, but just as a general rule, I would say it's better to go wide. So, who's up next? Dimmy G, I know you wanted to fight me, but it looks like you're going to have to fight Aristodemos, so I will go ahead and back out. Alright, so I'm going to back out. And then join as a spectator. Yeah, it's generally better off to go wide, just because in Total War, and especially in Total War Warhammer, numbers matter a lot. Just having more unit models doing attack animations at the same time means you have more chance to hit. So, what? I'm confused. Where did oh, there it is. Okay. Hey. Yeah, indeed, James. Just received it in the mail a couple days ago, so here we are. Now you guys get to see my face. So, yep. How long is the waiting list? Dimmy G, the name is... let's see, I'll just type it here in chat. There we go. All right. Fun stuff. I'll be right back, guys, as Dimmy G is getting in here. Yeah, Sarah, this isn't really the the place for that, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that comment and ask you please to not talk about politics at all in the chat, because this is not the time or place. I mean, there certainly is a time and place for that, but yeah, that's this is not it. Dimmy G, if you want to shoot me, you might be in a different region. If you want to shoot me a friend request on Steam real quick, you'll be able to see the game after that. So let me go ahead and put the music on. We'll switch over here, and we'll get a bit of this going, and a bit of this going. And I'm going to go grab a drink of water, and I'll be right back. Alright, make sure I'm still in frame. Yep, cool. We'll put the army blocker back up. and just sit back and relax for a sec while these guys do their army pick thing. So, yep. Norska versus Skaven. Interesting matchup. This is actually a super interesting matchup in my opinion. There's a multitude of ways both factions can go. So I'm genuinely curious to see how Aristo does this. Optimus. Well, it depends on where you are in the world, because there's this thing called regions on Steam, and I don't know exactly how it works with Total War 100%, but I know typically if you're in a different region, or like even sometimes people in the eastern US, I'm in the western US, I'm in Utah for those of you who are curious, even people in the western US can't, or in the eastern US, sorry, I can't necessarily see their lobby sometimes. So I think it just kind of just depends on where you are in the world. If you are friends though, then you can see the lobby no matter what. So yep, so if you're ever wondering, like, for example, if you're watching, like, Heir of Carthage or something, and he's doing a viewer battles or something, and you can't find his stream, or his lobby, rather, that's probably why. It's because you're in a different region, and it won't show up for you that way. So, I don't know why that is. I'm assuming just so that you don't accidentally connect to a game that's going to be super laggy for you, I would assume is the rationale behind that, but I don't know, Optimus. We're not friends on Steam, right? I guess. I don't know. That's super weird. That's just what I would always consider, though, because, like, for example... Yeah, for example, like I know when I've done tournaments in the past, I always have to add the European players to my friends list, because otherwise I can't find the games, so... So, yep. Yeah, it's interesting. Not sure why, but it's a thing, I guess. So, yep. Oh man, this is maybe a little bit too zoomed in. Maybe I'll zoom out, or if I just sat up straighter, I guess. Just my seating position somewhat. So yeah, so those of you who are curious, I guess I could probably show you this now. Let me pull it up here so I can kind of see. I would have to double check Wiki. I don't know. Oh, the flag behind me? That is the provincial flag of Normandy in northern France. It's probably my favorite place I've ever been to on vacation. Beautiful, beautiful country. Absolutely, just like, as somebody who's a big nerd of history, you go to a place like Normandy and there's like layers on layers of history, right? You're like, okay, this town was founded by some Romans when they invaded Gaul, and then you have the Franks here, and here's this Frankish church with these people buried in it, and then you have the Normans, who are Scandinavians, essentially, and here's Rollo's tomb, and so you have another layer of history there, and then it's like, okay, now here's, Renaissance-era buildings, and then you have, your World War I, World War II history, all kind of layered on top of each other there, and it's so, as someone who's a big fan of history, living in the western U.S., I mean, written history only goes back about a couple hundred years at best. So, I mean, there's just not that much here, right? There's not as much history here that we know about. So, to be able to go to a place like, Normandy in France, not only was the food amazing, the people were amazing, everyone I met there was super awesome, and just the history there was, it's like pound cake of history. Chicago deep dish style, just face first, Music is a little loud. I can turn it down. Sure. Yeah. How about that? Greece. Yeah, Greece is on another level. I think probably you want to go to the deepest. You probably want to hit like Mesopotamia and other places in the Mideast. Egypt, that sort of thing. But yeah, I mean, anywhere in the quote-unquote old world, right? In that Europe, North Africa, Middle East, obviously in East Asia as well. There's just so much. It's so dense everywhere you go. Whereas in the Americas, I mean, obviously it's there's a lot of rich history here as well, but we just don't know about as much of it, unfortunately. So, yeah. Yes, lots and lots of American blood was spilled in Normandy, and you go to the cemeteries there, and it's a pretty powerful reminder, definitely. So, yep, screen blocker is going to be moved now, and we'll go ahead. I'm slipping into a country accent, guys. Hold on. Go ahead and fade that out, and we'll get started. Yep. There are a lot of interesting places. Yeah. Yep. Alright, so let's have a look at the armies here. For Dimmy G's Norskins, double Manticore, just like what I brought. Big fan of this. Manticores are an excellent distraction piece, not the best in combat, but they do cause terror, decent weapon strength, decent charge bonus, and they're pretty quick as well. Also got Throg leading the way. Where's he at? Way over here. He's backed up by a Shaman Sorcerer, Lore of Fire. Interesting. Personally, I prefer the Bale Fiends a little bit more, but Shaman Sorcerer does have better mobility, Fireball, Flaming Sword, and Burning Head. He's also got a couple of Marauder Horsemen, some Mist Stalkers, the Regiment of Renowned Famir. We've got some Berserkers with Marauders up front, and some Warhounds and Ice Wolves. Pretty decent build overall. I would definitely say so. Let's see. Yeah, more Ice Wolves and Hounds over here. So I like the use of... Oh, no, those are just the Beasts of Tashnar with regular wolves. Okay. So personally, I like to run the Beasts of Tashnar with Ice Wolves as kind of a kennel, if you will. The Ice Wolves can provide the Frostbite, and then the Regiment of Renown Hounds have anti-large. But even just running these two together will be reasonably effective. For the Skavenses in the back, we've got, let's see here, Slave Spears, Slaves up front, a Plague Priest up on his Furnace, as well as a Warlock Engineer, and Tretch Craventail leading the way. Very nice. Also got a Hell Pit Abomination here. What's up, bud? That thing's gross. Anyway, we've got some Rat Ogres in the back, Slave Slingers, Warp Lightning Cannons, so pretty decent Skaven army. A lot of slaves, but 4 Rat Ogres plus the Hell Pit plus the Plague Priest. You know, going to be a lot to deal with here. And the 2 Warp Lightning Cannons as well. Should be very interesting. No Storm Vermin. Oh, man. All right. Alright, looks like these guys are getting to it, and right off the bat, the Warp Lightning Cannons focus firing on the Shaman Sorcerer Lore of Fire, so some very good target priority from Aristodemos. He knows that this is a high priority target here, and it also can't heal at all, so any damage that's done, you know, is true honest damage here, so very good stuff. Looks like one more volley. Ooh, will we get some good contact? Looks like all 6 shots are going to be a swing and a miss. A little bit unfortunate there, but this flanking force is making its way up. One thing to note about Hounds, most Hounds count as infantry. If we go ahead and mouse over here, small entity size. The exception to that is Norscan Ice Wolves. They actually count as large. If we go ahead and have a look here, there are only 36 models in a unit, and they also count as large entity size. So the Spears won't help at all against the regular Warhounds, but the Ice Wolves, you know, the Spears will be effective in that particular situation. In the meantime, Norscan infantry just pushing forward. They will be able to wash through the Skaven slaves without too much issue, but at the same time, that is going to provide a nice saturation and some, you know, a hit point soaking for the more high value units and high damage units as they dive in here. Norscan infantry is going to get punished pretty hard by this, you know, Rat Ogre and Hell Pit Abomination charge all across the field, so not the best. Berserkers here doing okay, because this unit of Rat Ogres has had to be dispatched to deal with the Manticore, which has come and dived on the Warp Lightning Cannon. Pretty good use of that there to try and terrify away the Warp Lightning Cannon crews, get them offline, protect these Marauder Horsemen and more. So the collapsing the flanks going pretty decently so far, and a Burning Head also going down the line. Unfortunately, again, the Rat Ogres just do so much shock damage. This heavy hitting Skaven center is going to just crush through these Norscan infantry without too much issue. Norscan infantry outside of champions, relatively light and low melee defense, so yeah, you can see the Miststalkers here are in a reasonably decent situation, but once they get isolated, it could be tough. That being said, Throg is also supporting here. We've got the Berserkers, also 100% leadership just about, despite the losses they've taken. How about that, huh? The Hounds also diving in here as well, so you can see with the Flaming Sword of Ruin up, that Hell Pit Abomination is taking a ton of damage, so some very nice responses there from the Shaman Sorcerer, Lore of Fire. You can see a lot of Skaven units routing off the field, Rat Ogres actually being terrified away there, and so the Norscan collapse definitely coming in very quickly and able to wrap up quite a few units. Let's see how these Rat Ogres do. The Norscan Ice Wolves, potentially with their high weapon strength, can do quite a bit of damage to the Rat Ogres. Let's see if I can get their unit card to stay here. Yeah, 42 weapon strength per swing on the Norscan Ice Wolves, so that's honestly pretty good weapon strength overall, especially against a relatively low armor unit like the Rat Ogres. Also don't have the best melee defense in the world. The Berserkers can also do good DPS as well, 50 weapon strength in total, and again, good melee attack stats, so yeah, even though they're not technically anti-large, they still can do good damage to these Rat Ogres here. Not to mention the Manticore just actually destroying the artillery pieces themselves. Talk about angry Manticore. Meanwhile, over here, though, this is definitely going into Skaven's favor. This Manticore's been routed off. Throg's in a little bit of a dangerous situation. The Berserkers are enraged, but Miststalkers got absolutely wrecked there, and such a high-value unit and a very key, terror aspect of this army. It's definitely pretty rough. Throg, though, still being completely healthy. He's dragging down Rat Ogres here. We'll kind of watch as he gets the support of his dogs here. The Hell Pit's going to come over, and oh yeah, this is what we want to see. Oh, come on, Hell Pit. There we go. Yeah, fight Throg. Yeah, that's what the people want to see right there. A little bit of a chaotic situation, but no pun intended, obviously. But Throg able to do some good damage in response. That Doom Cart's just about down. The Plague Furnace, that is. And yeah, you can see the Marauders here getting a little bit low. Bounce power still very even, though. Over here on this side, a lot of the Skaven units have been crumbled away, and this almost full health group of Berserkers here as well, just coming in to mop up in the late game with their high DPS. They're going to try and summon up some Clan Rats in response, and just watch as these Clan Rats get like saturated in completely, and it's just going to be an absolute butchery of Clan Rats here. Oh, did we freeze? Did somebody lose it? That's quite the cinematic shot right there. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. The Norska doesn't do super well in an attritional fight, so if Aristo can just keep dragging this fight out, he should be able to just out-sustain the Norskans. It's going to be tough, though. Throg, obviously, his regeneration is going to be a tough cookie to take down, especially if this Hell Pit gets finished off here, but at this point, the Skaven support's just about gone. You can see those Clan Rats got just destroyed immediately after they got summoned, so a little bit of a rough situation there, but Warp Lightning coming down, doing some really good damage on those Berserkers. Throg drops his crown, though, unfortunately not quite in time to save the Feral Manticore. The rest of the units do keep fighting in here, the Warhounds and these other units as well, so yeah, not looking great for the Skaven at this point. This Hell Pit goes down. Let's see if it gets its regeneration charge or if it just dies horribly. Oh, down to 500 HP, and it did get the regeneration. Look at that, going back up to almost 3,000 HP, and that does knock the balance of power back towards even. So again, if the Skaven can just keep up the fight, if they can just keep sustaining, keep dragging it out as much as possible, they should be able to just win through sheer attrition here, as long as they don't lose to a major leadership victory, or leadership loss, I guess. But yeah, quite a few Skaven units scattered around the field as well that could be rallied back together. The Warp Lightning Cannon back online, going to be able to start popping some shots. So yeah, I think the Skaven mostly have this one on wraps. You can see the isolated Norscan units here getting very low, and it looks like the Warp Lightning Cannon going to be turning on probably the Shaman Sorcerer, I would imagine. But at this point, Throg is a little bit surrounded. He did manage to finish off the Hell Pit, but you can see the balance power still at this point very, very even. And, you know, he's surrounded by rat ogres. Oh, actually going after the Manticore with that Warp Lightning Cannon. One tag there is enough to finish it off, so that's a very good call. Very, very good call. Unfortunately, that does mean the Shaman Sorcerer might be able to get back and get at the Warp Lightning Cannon, but characters aren't that good. Like, just single-entity characters on horses or on foot aren't that good at shutting down artillery pieces. Very likely it'll still be able to fire. But yeah, you can see Throg's leadership is giving out, and just in general, we're getting pretty close to army losses for the Norskins here, so a very fun battle, very back and forth, excellently played to both players, but at the end of the day, the Skaven attrition just able to win out a little bit. The Norskins, very, very fast attack, hard hitting, you know, but a little bit of a flash in the pan, if you will, a little bit of a one-hit wonder. So, yeah, the Skaven were able to sustain the assault for long enough. They were able to come back. You can see a couple good hits there on the Shaman Sorcerer is pretty much going to finish things off. So, yeah, fun stuff. Fun stuff. That was awesome. That was an awesome battle. Yep. GG indeed. Wow, that was another nail biter. Man, we've had just some awesome battles today, guys. It's been a great stream so far. So, yeah. Wow, yeah. Aristo just refusing to give up there. Absolutely. And I really like the pick of Tretch just because he's so tanky. He can kind of stand in there, and even with his anti-large, he's probably not bad at dueling with the big troll there. So, yeah. Good deal. Good deal. Yeah, all the games so far, Optimus. Oh, and my game crashed. Have been very good so far. So, we've got a few more. We've got Puggington and A-Move, and then I think after those two, we're going to go ahead and call it a stream. So, let's get back into it. Yeah. 850 for 70 melee defense. Yeah, exactly. That's what you pay for with Tretch. Exactly. Yeah, Demi G, that was super close, man. You guys were very back and forth there, so yeah. Yeah, next time though, Iron Thunder, I'm gonna try and just make this a regular thing every Tuesday. So yeah, plan on about the same time next Tuesday if you can make it. I'll try and announce it again a little bit in advance. If you have me on Discord, then shoot me a message on Discord when you see the announcement pop up, and I'll throw you on the list. If you're not, then if Wicked could drop a link to Heir of Carthage's Discord server, or if Aristo wants to drop a link to let's see, Steam is being silly. To the dedicated Warhammer Discord. Excuse me. Yeah. You know, Wicked, it's tough because Norska, it really depends on what you bring. Like, that build would have been pretty good against what I tend to bring against the Skaven as Norska, which is a lot of chariots, and then just javelins to kill the rat ogres. But he had enough rat ogres and enough high mass stuff and not a whole lot of high value infantry that the chariots would have been not that great there. But like if they bring a really skirmish heavy build, for example, with a lot of slingers or a lot of night runners, gutter runners, you know, with the shurikens, then in that situation, then sorry, getting distracted. In that situation, then you would want to have chariots for sure, especially the Ice Wolf chariots, because they have frostbite. They're also very fast, so you can easily catch gutter runners, slow them down, and just drag them into the dirt. But at the same time, if you were to go with more of an infantry heavy composition like on that last game, you would be more vulnerable to the skirmish units. So there's a lot of back and forth in that matchup. Yeah, Optimus, A-Move snuck in there a second time, so, yep. Whoops, that's not what I wanted. Let's go ahead and go to multiplayer battle here, and probably this kicked everyone, so let's go ahead and rehost. Oh yeah, Iron Thunder. Understandable, totally understandable. So whoa, whoops. That's not what I meant to do. There we go. Alright, we're all in. And it looks like we're going to be having some vampire counts. So we'll go ahead and pop this up. Yep. Alright. Alright, alright. Woo-wee. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So I'll be announcing it in the... if you just keep your eye on next Tuesday on the multiplayer tab in Heir of Carthages, in the obviously the Warhammer 2 multiplayer tab there, or just in the general chat of the dedicated Warhammer Discord, I will put an announcement in both of those. I probably won't even mass ping, but just yeah, probably about 9 to 10 a.m. U.S. Mountain Time, which is the time zone that I'm in. Probably around about that time. Yeah. Yeah, this one should be good. It depends on what they bring, but yeah, Wood Elves versus Vampire counts can potentially be interesting. Should be interesting. Yep. Yep, yep. So thanks everyone for joining today. It's been a ton of fun. We've had quite a few people on stream today, so probably not going to be as long as my other King of the Hill streams have been, but you know, I'm planning on streaming a little bit later today. Like I said, maybe maybe some Civ 6, maybe some campaign, probably something a little more low key and just kind of sit back and chill than Warhammer multiplayer. Not that this isn't chill, especially in the in between, you know, kind of lobby downtime. I definitely get a lot of opportunity to just kind of chill, chat with you guys, just hang out for a bit. But yeah, we're gonna have this one and then one more, and then I'm gonna be calling it a stream. So yeah. Hopefully my face isn't too washed out. There is a massive window right here that's just, I mean, it's not open, but there's no blinds or curtains or anything. So yeah, Demi G, thanks for joining. It's been fun. All right. Just reading some stuff here. People are trying to distract me. All right. Should be interesting. Elves versus Elves, huh? I think we can all approve of this, right? I think we all approve of Elves fighting Elves. I think that's pretty much always approved, right? So let's see how this goes. Yeah. Actually, I haven't been playing ladder that much lately. Just, I don't know. Haven't. Well, number one, I have not had that much time to play. And number two, the time that I would normally have used to play ladder, I found myself just wanting to play some other games a little bit. Not that I'm sick of Total War Warhammer or anything, but I'm trying to not get sick of it. So, you know, I like to spice in some other games just for variety. So let me know if you guys would like to see those other games that I play. You know, a little bit of Mountain Blade, a little bit of you know, other Total War games, especially campaigns. A little bit of Civ 6, obviously, like I've mentioned. Let me know. I would love to just chill with you guys while I play. I mean, I'm going to be playing those games anyway, right? So might as well chill with you guys while I'm doing it. But yeah. Yep. Alright. Get the screen blocker popped back. Durthu is pretty crazy. You missed it earlier. I had a game against Risto with Wood Elves versus Bretonnia where I brought... holy cow, this map is crazy dark. Wow. Wow, this is like really dark. Wow. Anyway, I had a game against Aristodemos where I brought a tree man, ancient tree man. That was fun. That was a lot of fun. All right. It's an interesting one. Grimmenhagen. Got this big old ravine running down the center with all these little cliffs and little passageways through. Makes for a lot of different choke points. Interesting tactics. So we'll see. Then we've got the little Empire fort over here. Glorious in the sunset. Absolutely glorious. Who's my main? I would probably say, if I had to pick a main, I'd say Empire is my main, probably. They're the faction I play the most, so yeah. Yeah. Empire, yeah. Yep. Okay, so for Reginald Puggington's Dark Elves here, we've got Dreadspears, Black Ark Corsairs, we've got, what is this? Sisters of Singing Doom, pretty common pick. A couple Corsairs with handbows, we've got Dreadspears and Bleak Swords up front. One Dark Rider with Repeater Crossbow, yep, just one. Couple Harpies, couple Shades. A nice balanced Dark Elf army here. For the Wood Elves, got a Glady up on a dragon here, Sisters of Thorn, Wild Riders, lots of Wild Riders, mix of shielded and unshielded. We've also got, let's see, we've got some Dryads here, got some Way Watchers, Branch Wraith, Wardens of Kithral, some more Dryads as well, so yeah, should be interesting. Should be interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's a very thematic matchup. Absolutely. Oh, man. Just, yeah. I want to go, like, visit that place, you know? Like, I want to go visit that town up there. But anyway, I just imagine that there's, like hordes of Empire citizens just, like, gathered up on the walls watching these two armies in the valley below just duke it out, these two armies of elves. But, yeah. It's going to be interesting. Here we go, and immediately we've got some action underway with the Sisters of Thorn here, right in the face of these Shades. They are going to probably need to charge. Yep, they just go ahead and charge straight in. Shades are reasonably decent in melee, but with the Shield of Thorns, the Sisters of Thorn should be able to do okay, at least for a moment, until they get some support. Meanwhile, more Dark Elf troops heading down the hill, and a massive vanguard in the backline does mean that Marathi's getting sniped out already. The Way Watchers that were deployed in the backline just got a huge missile strike on her. Unfortunately, it does look like Harpies are going to be coming back through. The Wardens of Kithral trying to come back to secure there. Marathi also responds with a Soul Stealer on that Branch Wraith, which is a very, very good option, healing herself and preventing her from being completely sniped out there. The Way Watchers are taking some damage from those Harpies, dropping already about 3 unit models there, but the Harpies are going to get chased off the side of the field just very quickly by the Wardens of Kithral, a very elite unit, very, very good stats. So yeah, the Way Watchers should be able to get secured there. We'll see if they are able to get some decent return fire, but already you can see the Dark Elves on the back foot. Marathi gets netted and finished off by the Glady here, so this is a huge, huge loss for the Dark Elves. She's actually shattered, only 250 hit points left. Aristo should probably just use the bow, try and get a couple shots in here to finish her off. Looks like that's what he's doing there to 133 HP for Marathi, so that'll be done. Meanwhile, these Sisters of Thorn did manage to get disengaged. They did a ton of damage to those Shades. I don't know if that was necessarily worth it, though. They are going to be pulling up to support this high ground engagement. But that being said, the loss of Marathi so quickly is going to be devastating here, I think. You can see the balance power shifted heavily already into the Wood Elves' favor. So, yeah, a very sneaky Vanguard snipe from Aristodemos, able to just wreck Marathi right off the bat here. And it's not looking too good. The Sisters of Singing Doom just got rode down by Wild Riders and piled in by Dryads. Over here, Dryads continuing to pile in with Wild Riders, just wrecking through Hellebrunni. They're wrecking through Black Ark Corsairs. So I think this is going to be a pretty swift victory for the Wood Elves here. You can see not too many Dark Elf units left still fighting at this point. Mostly just this kind of pocket of troops down on the low ground here. But yeah, man, that was nasty. Whew. Man. I don't think so, Pip. I don't think so. He moved him, like, directly into the line of fire of the Shades, so... I doubt it. I don't think Aristo would do that. I don't know. Maybe he would, but... Regardless, with that missile snipe of Marathi right off the bat, that side engagement really was completely immaterial anyway, so... Yeah. Right here? I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it probably wouldn't have mattered at all where those Sisters of Thorn deployed, considering what happened to Marathi. Like, it was just literally not going to matter at all what happened to them, so, yeah. Yeah, there is a very small side path that you can go up and around right there. That is true. Yep. But yeah, it wasn't going to matter. Whatever those Sisters of Thorn did, I mean, they didn't end up contributing that much anyway. But yeah. I mean, Marathi just got wrecked so hard by those Way Watchers, and then the Glady came in and just finished her off, that it was not going to matter at all what happened with those Sisters of Thorn. So, regardless of whether he did or not, I think it kind of doesn't matter. But... it is Norman heraldry. It is the flag, province flag, I guess you would call it, of Normandy in France. So, because the English kings were Normans for quite some time, I'm assuming that they used that device because of that reason. Yeah. Yeah, Reginald, I feel you there. Yep. That was brutality. Oh, man. Yeah, that was interesting, man. Woo. Yep. Ooh, man, that was a nasty missile snipe right there. All right, so now we've got one more, I think. A move, if you're still around, I think you're up now. Yes, Dark Elves are into being punished. You're not wrong. Oh, did the game crash again? I think my game crashed again. Hallelujah. Yep. Oh, man. Okay. Let's get this here. Let's go back over here. Okay. Hang on just a second. Yeah. Sorry, I just had to check a quick text from my boss. So, yep. How to fight Wood Elves. Heavy Cavalry. That's all I got. Heavy Cavalry. or chariots can do okay too, actually, as long as they don't bring too many wild riders, or if you have the tools to to deal with the wild riders. Shields, I would definitely recommend bringing lots and lots of shields and just lots of low tier troops that can catch arrows with their faces as well. That's very, very cost effective, or at least it can be. I don't know, Ryan Lacey. Whenever we make enough sacrifices, I guess. I want Bannerlord so bad. So bad. You guys have no idea. I'm super excited for Bannerlord. Been playing some Mountain Blade recently, and yeah, that's just awesome. Oh, Dwarfs and Beastmen. Yeah. Dwarfs and Beastmen against Wood Elves. Well, Beastmen, you can just spam Centaurs. Go super mobile. You definitely bring the Regiment of Renowned Cygor, and try and fight away from it as much as possible so you can use up all of the artillery ammo. Yeah, bring Morgar and lots of Centaurs. This ROR Cygor, a bunch of cheap spears. I could throw together a build for you later if you want. But yeah, and then Dwarfs, that matchup is just gross, so I'm not going to comment too much. At least it can be. Certainly with the Dwarves, Bugman's Rangers are excellent in this matchup. Great at counterfire. They have regeneration, charge defense against large. They are excellent here. If you take, Bugman's Rangers, cannons, very good. If you can protect your artillery, long-range artillery gives you an advantage because you can start shooting the Wood Elves right away before they can get in range to start shooting you, because obviously they don't have any artillery. Let's see, what else? The Dwarfs versus Wood Elves. Yeah, shields, lots of low-tier shielded troops, so Dwarf Warriors, super cost-effective. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Maybe you take some Iron Drakes if you want to have fun, but they are a little bit of a missile sponge. So just keep that in mind. But yeah. Yep. Is there anything better than Floris mod? That is a good question. Yeah, the consensus is it's going to be rough, regardless, for both players. That kind of goes for both players, because the Dwarves can be a really tough nut to crack, as the Wood Elves as well. So yeah, I guess I should put up a screen blocker if these guys are picking their armies, huh? I played Floris. I've played some other mod packs that are pretty fun. The one I've been playing lately is called Age of Calradia Enhanced. There's some other ones as well, but yeah, Mountain Blade's super fun. It's awesome game. So yeah, I do like Empire Total War. I love Empire Total War. In fact, the game is really broken in a lot of ways, but I mean, I've played 142 hours just on this Steam account. That doesn't, take into account when I played it back in the day. So yeah, I don't hate the game at all. In fact, I like it quite a bit. I just understand that it's flawed. I guess you could say that would be a good way of putting it. It has some issues. So okay. Let's see. Chat. Aristo wants you to decide his faction. So, what should Aristo play? You guys let us know. What major issues does it have specifically? The AI is terrible. It's really bad. That's honestly the biggest issue in the game. I have had a handful of crashes as well. There was one... I was playing, what was it, a Sweden campaign that got corrupted. So yeah, there are some technical issues there, but really the AI is the biggest issue. It just really has a hard time forming a cohesive battle line and fighting in any kind of effective manner. But yeah, that's the biggest issue. But Beastmen, Beastie Boys, Lizards, we got a couple votes for Beastmen. We got 1 vote for Lizardmen. Got 1 vote for Bretonia. Right, Ryan, but this is like next level, like worse than any other Total War's AI, I would say. So, Bretonia, 2 votes for Bretonia. Lizards, another vote for Lizards. Let's see. Bretonia? Okay. Okay, so we're at 3 for Bretonia. Bretonia against Dwarves, though. I think should we tell him to do Lizards? We got a couple votes for Lizards. I don't think we've seen Lizards. Lizards or Beastmen? We haven't seen either of those yet today. That's kind of where I'm at now, Dimmy G, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, is that the AI of Total War, I've played every single Total War game, and so, like, I still, don't get me wrong, I still enjoy playing campaigns, and I still do, from time to time, go back and play campaigns on some of the older Total War titles. I've honestly played that much campaign in Total War Warhammer 2. I think I've beaten 1 Vampire Coast campaign. I beat an Arnessa Assault Spike campaign just on my own time. I beat a Lord Scroll campaign when the game first came out. I've beaten a Tyrion campaign all on the Vortex, and I'm pretty close to finishing, although I haven't played it in a while, an Archaon campaign on Mortal Empires. But other than that, I haven't played any Total War Warhammer 2 campaigns to completion. Total War Warhammer 1, I played a lot more campaign, and obviously in games past. But yeah, it's getting to the point now for me where if I'm going to play, a grand strategy, I don't necessarily want to be doing the battles per se. Not always. I mean, like I said, obviously I still play, Rome 2, Attila, Empire, but I just find that I tended to gravitate more towards like Civ 6. Or, I haven't actually tried like Europa Universalis or any of the, Hearts of Iron, any of the games by that company. I haven't tried, so I'm curious to try those as well. But just in general, like Civ 6, I find to be, I don't know, when I just want to chill and play some campaign, some grand strategy campaign, I tend to gravitate a little bit more towards Civ 6. Just lately, I find. And then obviously the battles, I definitely agree. 10 times out of 10, it's going to be more challenging fighting a real human being, right? So, Paradox, that's the company. I couldn't remember the name. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played any of the Paradox strategy games, so yeah. I probably would. Yeah, I probably would. I just have never taken the time to learn any of them, so... Yeah, Beastman is the hardest counter pick. Bretonia is also another pretty rough pick in this matchup. It would be for Aristo, at least. I mean, there are some builds you can take. For those of you guys who saw the King of the Hill last week, you saw me take a build against a move, Bretonia versus Dwarfs, which that build I don't think was necessarily ideal, but yeah. Yeah. I think I need a nap soon. Anyway, last game of the day. After this game, I'm going to be calling the stream. So thank y'all for coming out once again. It's been a ton of fun. I've had a great time. So thank you all. It's been good. Hopefully you enjoyed seeing my face. face reveal stream and all that. So, yeah, this is going to be how the streams will be from now on. You guys will just have to get used to it, I guess. So, yep. Yep. Alright. So, taking a look at the armies here for a move Hackers Dwarves. We've got Lord on foot. I notice he takes this guy quite a bit, probably just because he's dirt cheap in this, guys. We've also got a cannon, front line of Thunderers here. We've got some Dragonback Slayers, Giant Slayers, and regular Slayers. Plenty of Longbeards and Dwarf Warriors, one Longbeard with Great Weapon, a couple of Miners, no blasting charges. For the Lizardmen, we've got, holy, Skink front line, what is that? 6 units of Skink cohort. We've got, let's see here, 3 Croxigors, 4 Croxigors, 2 Feral Bastillodons, 2 Feral Cold Ones, Chameleon Skinks, a Skink Priest, Lore of Beasts. He's probably got the Manticore summon. No, actually. Flock of Doom, and what is that, Whiston's Wild Form? Or is that Amber Spear? Okay. And leading the way, we've got the Saurus Old Blood up on a Carnosaur in the center. Awesome. Awesome. Absolutely, Iron Thunder. It's been my pleasure. Alright. Let's see how this goes. You can see both players taking a very wide, spread out formation. A move, if you guys want to know how to play the Dwarves, take some notes here. You see how he's got these multiple overlapping lanes of fire. His missile units are all spread out as well, so that if one missile unit gets compromised, he can then turn and crossfire with all of the other units. So definitely take notes. You often see Dwarf players deploy in a nice tight little box. This is an appropriate Dwarf deployment. Defense in depth, folks. Just ask Eric Ludendorff. Anyway. Yeah, and then the spread offense from the Lizardmen is obviously a good way to respond to that, just to, you know, put as many targets in as many different places as you can to stretch your opponent's micro and to potentially force mistakes and so on. So, yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I'm genuinely curious to see how this goes. Cannon opening up shots on the Skinks. Looks like a clean miss so far. A lot of units pushing up on this right side for the Lizardmen. Ooh, one of those Bastillodons is a Revocation Crystal. Interesting. I thought they were both feral. Oh no, we've got 2 feral Bastillodons and a Rev Crystal. Interesting. I think this is technically a rule break, but yeah, let's not worry about it. Alright, you can see the Dwarves forming a nice defensive position here. He's going to fold in this flank. Still nice and spread out, obviously. But, yeah, the Lizardmen are going to attempt to go for a full surround here, it looks like. Yeah, and even in a defensive position like this, you can see he's still nice and spread out. Doesn't have his units too blobbed up on top of each other or anything. So, yeah. Yeah, let's see how this goes. The cannon's opening up shots on the Croxigors there, which is obviously a good target. A good hit. Doesn't do too much damage, but, yeah. Yeah, the Saurus Old Blood can dodge those shots pretty effectively as well, although it looks like he did maybe take a hit or two a little earlier on. So, we'll see. Here come the Chameleon Skinks in the back line. Unfortunately, they did get spotted here. They do have some missile resistance, but if these Slayers run over, they could take him to Pound Town. That being said, obviously, the Chameleon Skinks with their missiles could potentially do some damage in return, so it might not be super cost-effective to try and go after them. But, you know, we'll see. We will see. Lizard forces very patiently making their way forward. Very, very patiently. And these Chameleon Skinks trying to get into the back line here, despite their missile resistance, will just get torn to shreds. Absolutely. By Thunderers, there's no question about that. So, looks like they might just try and run in here in melee, but again, the crossfire here is very, very real. You can see the Angry Slayer Mohawks in the distance also running in, And yeah, those chameleon skinks are pretty much done for. The feral cold ones also taking some side shots here from the cannons. Going to be very, very rough for them. But let's see. Croc scores coming in here. They're going to go ahead and shoulder charge into the miners. Again, the AP missiles are going to be a potentially big issue here, doing some good damage to the Croc scores initially. But the question is, can all these Thunders respond to everything at the same time? You can see Croc scores trying to just push through the front line, get into the second line. So yeah, this is exactly what needs to happen here, is to shut down those AP missiles as much as possible. That being said, leaving the Skinks to just crumble away in the front line may not be the best either. The Skinks will definitely lose that engagement in the front line, so yeah, a little bit of give and take there, but obviously you do need to collapse the Dawi missile units as quickly as possible. That being said, even with the quick collapse here, the Croc scores are still taking quite a bit of damage from that Overwatch fire. You can see the feral cold ones pretty much got routed off by the cannon, so things are looking pretty good for the Dwarves so far. More pull through though, as the Croc scores just break through the front line, get into the secondary, and try and take out these gunners here. Well, if they can actually catch the Thunderers, they will do quite a bit of damage to them. And now you can see the Monster Mash incoming as well. So yeah. Yep. More feral cold ones being routed off here. The Croc scores, with the cold-blooded, still able to hold their leadership together, but at the same time, they're not doing too hot. Those Dragonback Slayers definitely doing a lot of damage. The other Croc scores, though, and the Bastildons are actually helping to support that frontline engagement relatively effectively. The Skinks are definitely still going to lose, but you know, they can maybe make it a little more even, potentially. This flank, though, looking interesting. The Croc scores have managed to cut through the miners, but they have taken a lot of damage in response, and another group of Thunders online, in fact several groups of Thunders still online here, able to fire away relatively free. So yeah, it's rough. All these AP missiles is a lot to deal with, so we'll see. Giant Slayers are also still relatively healthy, and I just don't know, there's not much in Aristo's army that can really take on the Giant Slayers very effectively. He doesn't really have missile units or anything like that. He needed to probably keep those chameleon skinks alive until the late game to try and deal with some of the Slayers, but you know, as it is right now, it's just not looking great. Yeah, it's going to be rough. The balance power is shifting pretty heavily, so we'll see. And technically, this army was a rule break, but I don't think it's going to matter. I think the Dwarves have mostly got this one in the bag. Yeah, you can see, unfortunately, the Skink Priest got tangled up with the Lord there. He's going to get chased off the side of the field. With the Thunderers resecuring here, they're going to be able to get some Overwatch fire, and you can see A-Move is constantly on point with his micro, with his missile units. A lot of people would say that Dwarves are kind of a noob faction, and I actually very much disagree with that. If you want to learn target priority and how to micro missile units, missile infantry especially, Dwarves are a faction that will teach you that, because that's how they win. You have to have good targeting priority. You have to have good micro with your missile infantry. You know, learning how to protect them, how to move them out of dangerous situations, you know, resecure and everything. You can see this unit of Thunders is going to get compromised, but again, the crossfire here, spreading out your missile units so that they not all of them get compromised at the same time. Again, these concepts are very, very important, and the Dwarves are a faction which will teach you those. So, yeah. Yeah, both players super on point, but it looks like the Dwarves are just going to be able to take this one. Too many guns, too much powder. Yeah, it's going to be rough. Aristo's going to withdraw, and that will be game. So, I beat A-Move earlier with Norska versus the Dwarves, but he comes back with a vengeance, able to take down Aristo, who's been our reigning king for quite some time, able to win with the Dwarves there against the Lizardmen. So, very impressive. Yeah, thanks again, guys. It's been a ton of fun, so yeah. We'll catch y'all later, potentially. Might be streaming some Civ 6 later. Again, I'm not 100% sure on that, but we'll see. Yeah. Yeah, we got the webcam action now. So for those of you watching after the fact, hopefully you enjoyed all this. Thanks again. If you're not subscribed for whatever reason, please do subscribe. It helps the channel out a lot. And we'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks again for coming out.